guys, Debbie here. Really excited for today's video. We're going to be creating a spring look. Not my favourite normally, but I'm really excited for this palette. It's the Unearthly Spring Magic palette that we're going to be playing with today, and also the blush palette. And I'm really excited about Unearthly lately. For the last couple of years or so, I think their formula has really become a bit special. Like, it's not emollient and textured, but it is intense and glittery and sparkly, and there's some beautiful shifts in the shimmers. The mattes are really easy to apply, and I love their blushes. If you've been here before, you'll know how much I've ranted and raved about the Gothic Romance blush palette. So I've got high hopes as well for the Spring Magic blush palette, which is an incandescent blush palette. Now, as you can see from the close-ups and swatches, these are really, really special. The colour story of the Spring Magic is just a little bit different to what I've seen a lot of brands do for spring. And I just love adding more blushes to my collection. And I really prefer palettes with options than single blushes that I just lose. So I think we'll start off with the blush today. And I'm going to apply this shade Alchemy, the more orangey tone, because that's going to blend very well with the look that I've got in mind today. Now, I've never used this incandescent blush formula before. As I say, I love the powder, like matte blush formula that they have in the Gothic Romance palette. Oh, see, this is like a sort of hybrid of a highlighter and a blush. Oh, that's super glowy and pretty. Love it. This is definitely more spring summer appropriate kind of blush for me. That's when I want one like this that's got a bit of shine and sheen to it that catches the sunlight. Definitely a sundowner cocktail kind of shade, I think. And an orange blush that's not too scary, I think, for people with a pale skin tone like me. I mean, I'll wear anything pretty much, as you guys know, but no, I think that's really lovely. I'm going to take it a little bit more onto my temples as well, because I'm going to bring my eyeshadow out quite far, and it'll be nice to be able to mould the two together. Highlighter, I'm going to go in with the Rick and Morty highlighter trio. There's a shade in here in the centre here called Cosmos, and I'm going to use that one because I think it will tone in well. I was going to use my Kaleidos Space Age Prophecy, and I opened it today and I haven't used it in quite a number of years, but it's all shattered. I'm really, really sad. If you guys have been here from the beginning, I don't know if any of you have, I think some of you have. I very briefly got PR from Kaleidos. They were the first brand to offer me PR. I did reach out to them, but they gave me PR and then they just stopped sending it. But it was one of the things I got in PR, and it's kind of sad to see it all crumbled, and yeah, it's just literally smashed to bits, and I haven't done anything with it other than keep it in a drawer. So yeah, very strange. Might have to buy another one though, because it's a multi-chrome highlighter and it's really beautiful. Alright, for the eyeshadow look today, I want to use that green shade in my outer corner, but I want to kind of blend it out with this peachy shade, which is called Flourish. So you think they're completely opposite ends of the scale, and I'm going to make this work because I've got a vision. And then one of the two greens, I think probably Sprout, I'll go with, all over my lid. And maybe a bit of duochrome in the inner corner. So the green is called Herbalist, and I'm going to pack that in my outer corner. I'm using an Exact Blend E32 from Sigma, which, if I'm starting a look with a dark shade like this, I find this brush pretty exact, as it says on the tin, but quite dense, so it deposits quite a lot of product in one go without it going all over your face. That's a lovely forest green, super deep, and I'm going to take it probably about halfway across my lid, I think, because I want this to be quite a deep and dark look, even though it's going to be with spring colours. I think I'll bring it slightly higher as well. I'm going to go in a rounded shape today. Did you guys see that Melt have got a sale 40% off, and they've got their new green collection included in it? But they haven't got it as a collection now, they've just got everything at 40% off. But I'm super tempted to pick up the blush and the eyeliner, the gel liner, not the one with shimmer in it, because I have that in another collection because they've just promoted that, but the matte one looks super beautiful, and also the blush and lip colour from that collection has my name on it, so it's in my cart and I'm like, do I do it? And I'm trying to put things into my cart now, leave it for 2 or 3 days, and see if I still want it, because obviously now that I'm on a retirement income and will never be earning any more money, what I've got is what I've got. So, you know, it's got to last for all the things we want to do. I'm just going to wiggle on the edge of that just with another of my favourites. This is the E45, it's sort of a pointed blending brush from Sigma. I'm using my old L301 lip brush from Urban Decay. Just going to connect up in this outer corner. And I'll just dip that E45 brush just to the pan, just gently, just to blend that out. So yeah, I nearly bought the REM Beauty Dangerous Woman quad yesterday because I was super curious about that formula, because I don't know if you guys watch Glam Smitty. I'll have to put her channel, link to her channel in my description box. If you don't, you should, because if you're ever interested in a formula, an indie formula, she's so good at describing them, and particularly shimmers, and that quad is made in Italy, always a good indicator of quality in my book. There's a dark kind of charcoal shimmer in that quad that just looks really stunning. But yesterday they had 25% off on Sephora, and I thought I'll wait until today, I won't get it straight away, or like decide if I still want it. Decided I still wanted it today. We're only talking about something that's £22 in the sale, but they're back up to £30 today, so I'm not going to get it because I feel a bit annoyed at myself that I didn't get it yesterday. But I don't need it, it was more a curiosity really. Right, I'm going to go into Blossom, which is this shade, and then Flourish, so we've got a little bit more depth first before we go into the lighter shade. It'll help with the blend. And also because this is sort of a muddyish shade and we're going to be blending out colours that don't really go together, then I think that will help. So I'm just taking that just around the edge here, because what I want to do, as I say, is give this shadow an edging of like a peachy colour. I'm taking it quite low down and far out as well. Heavy focus on this outer corner. Now going into Flourish, we're going to use that to add a bit of a flourish to the look. We're going to make things a little bit more peachy on this outer corner here. Going in a bit heavier with this colour, it's a light colour, so I can be a bit more liberal with this one now. I really wanted to kind of blend that into the blush that we've got going on, getting it right out, but only in this outer corner. When this palette came out, I completely ignored it or didn't realise that it was out. I think it was at the time when I was trying to be really good, and if I'm on a no buy or really being good with a low buy, I don't tend to watch very much makeup content, because the more makeup content that you watch, the more things you want to buy, obviously. So I think this came out during that time and it just passed me by, and then when I saw it just recently popping up on Glisten, I was like, ooh, I like the look of that. I think I need that in my life. So at the moment, all of our house renovations have come to a halt. We're having downstairs cloakroom decorated on Wednesday and Thursday next week, but I've got the rest of this week to myself, and the garden's all finished, which is great, but the weather's been atrocious. It's literally not stopped raining, it's been windy, then the sun will come out for like 5 minutes and tease you, and then it will rain again. And it's been windy and cold as well for May. As we come a bit more into the inner part here, I'm just going to use very sparingly this brown shade, which is called Clove. So I just want to keep the depth in the crease here, but not add really too much more colour. So just going to use that just as a deepening shade really. I like the alternative view on spring in this palette. Like a lot of the palettes are full of like floral colours, which I absolutely get, but spring can be, you know, all the green shoots coming through and a bit more earthy. So I think it's nice to have different types of palettes out there for different tastes. But this is definitely more my taste than all of the pastel spring palettes. Just going in with Flourish now, that peach colour that we've got on the outer part here, and I'm just using that to blend out this inner part of the eye. I'm dipping between that one and Blossom actually, just to get enough depth. Blossom is the shade we started this blend with. I love how murky and grungy this is becoming, but it will come to life and look a lot more spring-like once we add the shimmer. I've got a white in the palette. This shade Full Moon is a white matte. We're going to use that as a brow bone highlight. I've got a white in a palette. I do enjoy that because it just gives you a little bit of control of other colours, you know. You can lighten or darken them, and you don't always want, or I don't, a inner corner highlight that's a shimmer. I'm going to use that as my inner corner highlight as well, which I don't always do, but that is a pretty bright white. Taking a bit of NYX Glitter Primer on my lid now, from the front and to about 2/3 of the way across. Not all the way over that green matte, but edging over a bit of it, if that makes sense. For the lid, I'm going to go in with the shade Sprout, and then nearer to the front of my eye, I'm going to go in with the shade Sunshine. And that is a super beautiful goldy green. I think it's gorgeous. Taking it most of the way across. As I say, I am going to put a little bit of sunshine just in the inner part of the eye. But I love with Unearthly shadows, you can get full opacity and sparkle without having to use your fingertips, which does work, but I don't prefer to do. You don't have to do that with these. They're easy to pick up on a brush. They've just come along so far, I think, in the last couple of years. So in the front part, I'm using Sunshine, and that will just give us that little bit of lightness just going into this inner corner, and also echo the peachy tones of the crease. On the front part of my lower lash line here, I'm going to go in with the other green in the palette, this one, which is called Dragonfly. Thought it would add another little sparkly dimension. That's a good choice. That's really, really iridescent and beautiful. I'm going to take that about halfway across so it meets the matte that we have there already. Okay, so that's a look to this point. Just going to hop off camera for something more waterline, mascara and a lip, and I'll be back with you to show you the finished look. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I really love how it turned out. Whether most people would think this is a spring look, I don't know, but we've got some springy colours in there. We've got the greens and peaches and oranges and things, but to finish it off, in my waterline I've gone with a Nabla Cupid Stylo. This is in Khaki. Thought we'd just keep to the green there. I've used an Unearthly lip pencil, this is Doom, to line my lips, and then one of the Winter Menacing Metals lipsticks from Unearthly, and this is the shade I was most excited for out of those 4 lipsticks. It's Venom Frost, and it's a really special metallic green. So yeah, really enjoyed putting this one together. It's looking kind of dragon-like rather than spring-like, I don't know. It's got all the dragony green colours it's going on, but yeah, I really enjoyed creating the look, and this is the kind of way that I like to play with spring tones. So a lot of heavy blush and a bit of colour on the outer corner. Such a gorgeous palette. It's so unusual. Would you think looking at it you'd get this look out of it? It's one of these that could go in so many directions. You've got plenty of deepening up shades in here. The lighter shades are on a more peachy kind of tone and a bit more muted. So for those people that don't like all the really bright colourful looks, but you want something that's spring appropriate, I think that bottom row is absolutely beautiful. You could do neutral looks with this. You've got brown, you've got a shade I could use as contour, that cleanse shade. You've got some really interesting transition shades in there and some really cool pops of colour. And you've got a shimmery inner corner in the shade Clouds. It's got one of those like blue duochromes to it, and you've got a matte white inner corner. There's just a lot going for this palette. Really excited that I've got it in my collection. So yeah, and the blush palette, I can't wait to dip in some more into that. I've only used one shade. I think maybe I should have used that shade instead, which is Incantation. I think that might have been a bit deeper and suited the look better, but I still love the choice that I went with. There's lots of different tones in here, very deep to very light, but they're all a little bit unusual, not the sort of shades that you get in every palette. So I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing some Unearthly on my channel. Do you love the brand as I do? What are your thoughts on the lipsticks, the lip liners, the blushes, the eyeshadow palettes? They've got a lot in their line, I think, and they're coming out with more all the time. So they're definitely an exciting brand. They take a long time for things to ship from Unearthly, so if you're going to buy Unearthly in the UK, definitely Monolith or Glisten are the places to get them from. As I say, I bought the palette from Glisten and the blush palette from Monolith, and that worked out really quite cost effective for me. When I bought the blush, I added it to some other things that I bought at the same time from Monolith. So yeah, that's all I've got for you in today's video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you're having a lovely day or night wherever you are. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye guys.